listening to Kyler Gordon yesterday, and we didn't talk about this, I just think it's very clear. He says, they asked him about nickel. Yeah, it's cool that I'm just playing the nickel. I'm getting used to it. But to be honest, I still miss playing corner. Mm-hmm. The dude wants to play on the outside and be a cornerback like he was in college. That is his goal. He's obviously doing what's best for the team and where they're putting him. He's going to do everything he can. But he is very clearly stating that he wants to play outside, okay? That's interesting. And then he went on to say with Tyreek Stevenson, just a little, let me get it exactly right in my notes here, how he put it, but it stood out to me that, hold on, I want to read it right. Tyreek Stevenson, if he's going to be on the outside. So he clearly, in my mind, thinks, I've been here. I deserve that opportunity. This dude's a rookie. You drafted me as I wasn't a first-round pick, but I was your first pick last year. What the hell, man? Why are we just handing that position to Tyreek when this is where I want to play? Now, I don't know if the Bears' long-term planners, speaking on Jalen Johnson, is like eventually they're going to slide Jalen out and they're going to move Kyler over there. But I do think it's interesting that this guy wants to play there, and the Bears are doing what they think is best. But I don't want to start some major controversy here, but I think it's interesting that in his ideal world, he is not playing nickel, and they're taking a guy in Stevenson. They're already, I think, in Gordon's mind, at least saying like that guy's a better player than you, at least in that position, and I don't think he likes it.
What if he is though?
Well, then
I don't think Tyreek Stevenson's a slot corner.
Yeah, he's definitely an outside guy.
He's an outside guy.
Okay, so then the Bears could look at it like that hey, like it's not better, and then I'm sure they would say it like that. It's not better or worse. Like he fits there, you fit here, but that's not where he wants to play.
He did also say what the benefits of being a nickel are, being able to be more in the run game. He said he loved blitzing, though. You have a better chance of getting to the quarterback if you're in the nickel closer to the line of scrimmage. So there are there's benefits and drawbacks, but he said, if he can have a little back and forth, like in an ideal world, he's learned that his first year, and now going into year 2, he's going to have a better idea of how he can manage that a little bit better.
Well, what I do find interesting here is that it's related to Jalen Johnson. Like, Jalen Johnson hasn't been here, and they've had Kyler Gordon
stay in the slot.
Which, now, I think there was a little bit too much on Kyler Gordon's plate, and what the part you didn't bring up, which was probably the majority of that press conference yesterday, was this idea of the RPMs being revved way too high. Which Alan Williams brought up, and Kyler Gordon brought it up. He's like,
yeah, he was running around like with the chicken with his head cut off.
I'm playing outside, I'm playing inside, I'm on the first team, I'm on the second team, I'm on the third. Now, that happens to everyone, but I didn't like it at the time. I thought they were asking him. I was encouraged that they would ask a young player like that to do that much. It means he can handle it. But I think we saw in the season that it was a little bit too much. So I think they're trying to scale back. I think they're trying to you look at the skill sets of the players that they have right now. I think Kyler Gordon is by far their best option to play a very important position in this defense, which is that nickel spot. And I do think that long term and even short term, like the faster Tyreek Stevenson gets up to speed, if that's your if those are your 3 corners, with Stevenson and Johnson outside and Kyler Gordon inside, I think that's their best combination, which is what the Bears are shooting for now. Sorry, man, like.
I'm not pushing back on any of that. I'm just saying that it's clear that this dude wants to play outside.
Right, which is why I do think it's a little interesting that with Johnson not here, that they're not giving him that opportunity right now. But then again, for all we know, Jalen Johnson may have told him months ago, hey, I'm not going to be the first 2 weeks of practice, but you got me right after that. In which case, they're not going to.
I don't think that happened, just the way Flus has handled it.